Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about salary cap lineups, hopefully helping some of y'all out again this weekend who are looking to upgrade your salary cap team and looking to get that 100 overall here in round 3 of salary cap. Obviously, round 3 just reset. Now, me personally, I have not been playing salary cap this season, really. Just did it for a couple of gameplays basically, but that's about it. I didn't really grind salary cap this season, but I know there are a lot of people out there who have grinded salary cap this season are going to get that 100 overall. If you got to 2,500 points in the first 2 rounds of salary cap this season, then obviously if you get 2,500 points this round, you get that free 100 overall. Otherwise, if you didn't get to 2,500 in both of those first 2 rounds this season, then unfortunately you are not able to get that 100 overall anymore. So just be aware of that. But I've got a couple of salary cap lineups put together here that are under the salary today. And again, going to talk about the different strategies for building your salary cap lineup and kind of what I personally would recommend for this week of salary cap with the updated rosters and the updated salaries. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's discuss. So we have ourselves, first of all, the salary cap lineup that I have kind of been working with recently is the all-around versatile, pretty deep salary cap lineup. And this week that lineup looks like, nope, not that one. That lineup looks like this, with Pink Diamond Delano Banton, Pink Diamond Jabari Smith Jr., Pink Diamond Josh Childress, Diamond Ryan Hollins, and Pink Diamond Donovan Clingan, as well as Gold Ty Lue, Amethyst Corey Brewer, Diamond Alexis Ajinka, Diamond Sheldon Williams, and Amethyst Sagana Jop. Last week, all the pink diamonds except for Wimby were like 5,000 salary. So both Jabari and Clingan were both cheaper last week than they are now, which made it a little bit harder to fit them in, and it forced me to make some changes on the bench. But the honest truth is, I just don't think there's any big for anything close to 6,300 salary that is better than Donovan Clingan. I don't want to pay more for a pink diamond Wimby when I just don't see the purpose in that. Realistically, when Clingan is just as good and cheaper salary wise, because Pink Diamond Wimby is still 8K salary. But I feel like Clingan, unless he is just really overpriced, is pretty much a must-have guy in my lineup, just because he's super good and he's got the size to compete as well as the speed to compete against these really glitchy, overpowered bigs in the event that you were to run into somebody who's playing like that one hero card strategy. Let's say, for example, somebody has 100 overall Yao Ming in their lineup. I don't know exactly how much Yao's salary is right now, but let's just say, for example, somebody had 100 overall Yao in their lineup. He's only 14,500 salary actually this week. That is one thing I will say. You can potentially build a really good glitchy salary cap lineup this week, and I'll hop on my other account and show you all that here in just a second. But I like the well-roundedness of this lineup because it gives you the ability to stop these super overpowered cards that you might come up against if somebody's trying to pay to win their way into salary cap with a super overpowered card. Because look, I have a primary scorer in Josh Childress. I have guys with size and defensive versatility in Delano Banton and Jabari Smith, who 6'8" and 6'11". Banton's got a big player build too for a 6'8" player. Those are switchable, high-level, versatile defenders who give you a lot of size as well. Ryan Hollins, a 7-foot power forward, who's again good defensively, fast, athletic, and can shoot the ball at a high level. And then Donovan Clingan, of course, 7'2", solid speed, good jump shot, versatile defender. I love this starting lineup, and I feel like it just gives me everything I could possibly ask for in a salary cap lineup in terms of scoring, shot making, defense, size, switchability, really whatever you might be looking for. Off the bench, it's a little bit weaker this week, yes, but it's still pretty darn good. You got Gold Ty Lue, who I just feel like when he's on, 200 salary, man. How do you not throw this card as your backup point guard? Number one, he's probably not going to play very much because Delano Banton can play the whole game if I need him to, but he is the perfect guy to throw in for a couple minutes because, look, his numbers aren't going to be spectacular, but he's going to be an efficient scorer on the offensive end of the court. That is what he is going to provide. He's going to be a valuable scorer on the offensive end of the court. I'm shooting 67% from 3 with him so far. His jumper's awesome, his SIGs are elite, and he's got a couple of really good Hall of Fame badges as well as he's got some 99 stats in a few glitchy areas. He's the best gold card in the game. 99 3-ball, 99 driving dunk, good dunk animations, 99 stealing perimeter, 99 speed, through ball, and agility, with 99 strength and 97 vert as well. This card is such a dog for a gold card. Yes, he's only got 54 interior. Yes, he's 6 foot tall. Yes, he's flawed. I get it, but come on, he's the best gold card in the game without a doubt. And when you can get a guy who can actually play for 200 salary, he's just going to be a mainstay in this lineup forever. Corey Brewer, Alexis Ajinka, Sheldon Williams, and Sagana Diop work out to just give me, again, size, switchability, and defense. Sheldon Williams has a really nice jump shot. I generally like to use Hakeem Warwick if I can use him, but he's like 3,500 or 4,000 salary this week, whereas Sheldon is only 2,000. So I like to throw him in instead. A guy who's a 6'9" versatile defender, nice jump shot, all that type of stuff. Ajinka gives me a guy who can just guard centers defensively if I want him to, and create huge mismatches offensively, being a 7'2" small forward. And then Sagana Diop, again, nice jump shot, pretty versatile athlete, going to finish at a high level around the rim, and he's a 7-footer with 90 standing, 90 driving dunk. He's going to be guarding power forwards for the most part. He's got 95 blocking interior, good perimeter, quality rebounder, and good enough speed as well. Again, super duper solid card for an Amethyst, and I really like the look of this bench. It's not quite as loaded as last week's was, but I still feel like it's really, really good. And then you have your star card lineup, kind of like I have a 10,000 salary stud Dark Matter here in Dikembe Mutombo in this lineup, but then I still have a well-rounded team around them. Everybody is Amethyst and up except for Alex Sarr, who happens to play Dikembe's position. That's intentional. He probably won't play at all, in all honesty. He's mostly there in the event that Dikembe were to get injured, or is Dikembe's just so tired that he needs a break for a minute or two. But realistically, he's a card who realistically won't play for more than a minute or two at most, I would say. At most, maybe 3 minutes. So generally not too bad. But I like the look of this team because, again, you have the versatility. Sungela is cheaper than Jabari Smith. This is a really good card, by the way. I know I haven't done gameplay on him yet, but I do plan to get y'all gameplay with this card in the near future because he's an absolute stud pink diamond. At least from everything I've seen, he looks like a beast. So we'll see how good he is in his gameplay, but he'd be a good option, I think, to throw in there at the small forward position. And then again, we got versatile quality Amethysts on the bench. Guys are going to provide some size, some defense, some shot making ability. And then again, you got your primary scorer with Josh Childress. You got the size at point guard with Delano Ben. And again, I like Sagana Diop a lot too, like I already talked about. Oswego Gadaro's 93 speed, 98 standing dunk, can hit an open three, so he's a solid card too. Overall, very, very solid looking lineup for sure. But I will say, I do think that you can also potentially consider this week doing something like building a super lineup. And I'm going to demonstrate that with 100 overall Yao Ming. Because when 100 overall, like Yao, for example, is 14,500 salary, and you have 30,000 salary to work with, I do think it becomes a bit realistic. Let's say you have a really good 100 overall, like a Yao or a Ben Simmons, or I don't know exactly how much Invincible Kareem. I don't think people have Kareem, but go Kareem. Invincible Wemby, Invincible whoever, Invincible. I have Invincible Bob Pettit on this account. Like, if you have a really good Invincible or 100 overall player and you want to try to fit them into your lineup, I do think you can go about doing that now. Pettit's 18,500. I feel like you could fit that into your lineup. Jokic, same story, 18,500. But I gotta say, Yao being as cheap as he is this week, 14,500. I mean, the lineup I'm going to be able to build around this card has to be pretty spectacular. I go Banton here. We go, again, Josh Childress there. It's too much now already, so we probably have to go cheaper than Josh Childress. We'll throw in our Amethyst small forward here if we can. I don't know if GG Jackson's right there. We'll throw him in here real quickly. And then right now we're a little bit over. Eddie House as a backup point guard probably isn't ideal, but my guy, Scott didn't ever get Ty Lue on this account, so unfortunately we don't have him as a backup point guard option. But realistically, just to save salary, I could throw in like an Amethyst point guard, like a DeLon Wright, and then I'm sure I can find a way to Jonathan Mogbo's 2,000. There you go. We can make him somebody cheaper at the power forward position. We'll throw JT Thor in there just as a placeholder right now, but I'm sure you could find somebody else. And then right now you throw in like another Amethyst point guard, and he doesn't even have this account does not have all the best Amethyst point guards and stuff, but we'll throw in Keon Ellis, just an example. And this team right here, obviously it could be optimized more, probably with the right budget cards and stuff in certain positions, but this team has 100 overall Yao Ming and is a solid squad. And I got Josh Childress out here too. So yeah, pretty darn solid is how I look at this squad. Definitely think this is a team that can come out here and do a really, really good job, compete at a very high level, and you have your superstar card as well. So if you want to go out and build a lineup with a superstar card, you can definitely do it. Now keep in mind, Yao's only 14,500. If you go 18,500, you're gonna have to save another 4,000 salary, which means definitely not gonna be fitting a guy like Josh Childress in. Otherwise, you might be running like a 5-man, which I guess you could do. But yeah, I think there's a lot of versatility to salary cap lineups. There has been for a while, and honestly, it feels like they're becoming even more versatile because some of these top tier cards are becoming a bit more usable in this type of lineup. So with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.